Good. Thanks, Senator Donnghaile.
I'll ask Carolee, and I too just want to take the opportunity to say a brief few words and not least respond to some of the remarks of the Minister, because I think it's, as Senator Norris has rightly said, this is a landmark day for not just the Palestinian people, but I think for all of those who adhere to and aspire to international justice and indeed solidarity. And I want to begin my remarks by saying that obviously as a team, Sinn Féin in the Seanad were very happy and very proud to facilitate these stages of the Occupied Territories Bill via our private members' time in the Seanad, because we support and have supported Senator Black's legislation at all stages. We support it in practical terms and it's out working, and we will again when it reaches the other House. Minister, the bill itself has a noble and just aim. It seeks to prohibit the import and sale of goods, services and natural resources originating in illegal settlements in occupied territories. It's not extreme. It only seeks to establish a legal framework to ban these imports from settlements which are already illegal under international humanitarian law and, most importantly, domestic state law. We believe the bill is important because it seeks to prohibit the sale of goods and services originating in illegal settlements on occupied land. Goods and services that are only available because of gross human rights abuses and violations of international law should not be available in Ireland. A clear example of how this bill would work is by stopping goods and services from illegal Israeli colonial settlements from entering this state. For decades, Israel has attempted to destroy the two-state solution by massively increasing the building of illegal colonial settlements in Palestine. The building of these illegal colonial settlements violates international law and is a war crime. Yet Ireland continues to trade freely with them. As long as we continue to hand the Israeli government impunity to impose apartheid, continue its illegal occupation and violate international law, they will never make the necessary compromises to create a just and lasting peace settlement. The Irish government has to give a strong and unambiguous statement that there can be no impunity for Israel's continued illegal occupation of Palestine. Nothing is going to change, Minister, in Gaza or the West Bank until the international community move on from empty rhetoric and actually put some real pressure on Israel. Government have got to stop sitting on the sidelines wringing their hands. When real, concrete, tangible steps are proposed, the government is afraid to show leadership. Thursday, the 29th of November, was International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. And what a great message it would have been then to the Palestinian people living under occupation and apartheid had the government and their party give unanimous support to the bill in this Seanad. The government is hiding behind supposed legal advice from the Attorney General. I, for one, and I'm sure other Seanad colleagues would love to see that advice. Senator Black has legal advice, as you said, from Professor Takis Tridimus, an expert in EU law at King's College London and a practising barrister with an extensive record before the European courts, that the bill is fully compatible with EU law. The Taoiseach, your colleague, Minister, should publish the advice from the Attorney General so that all parties could see the legal perspectives and make up their own mind. I am in no doubt that this bill is fully compliant with EU trade rules, and we should urgently pass it here tonight. This bill is not focused on one occupation or one country. Its focus is solely on respecting international law. It applies to occupations and breaches of international law anywhere in the world if there is evidence and legal consensus. As was mentioned in the previous stage of the debate, there is a strong case for Morocco's occupation of Western Sahara to come under the remit of this bill as well. Colleagues will be aware that Morocco's occupation of Western Sahara is completely illegal under international law. The Sahrawi people have a right to self-determination and to democratically decide their future. This is being denied to them by Morocco. And Morocco's occupation has been affirmed as illegal by international courts, most recently the European Court of Justice in February, and in July 2018 they ruled that the EU's fisheries agreement with Morocco must not extend to Western Saharan waters. The EU is attempting to undermine this court judgment and push ahead anyway. Sadly, the Irish government has been silent. Sinn Féin opposes this fisheries agreement applying to Western Saharan waters and Morocco's illegal occupation of Western Sahara. And I hope this bill will be a vehicle to challenge both violations of international law and indeed any others where they exist. Las Caherlach, Senator Black, I'm proud that we were able to facilitate this and we support the bill.
Are we in the seats? No. Cunis Inish. 6 years. Thank you. Got a Margaret. Control of Economic Activity Occupied Territories Bill 2018, fifth stage. The question is that the bill do now pass. And on that question, a division has been challenged. Tellers Taw, Senator Francis Black and Senator Niall Donnghaile. As no tellers have been appointed for the Niall side, I declare the question carried. The bill is therefore passed. Order, please. Order. Order, please. I think Senator Black, do you wish to say a few words?
No.
Ask people to take their seats.
Please take the seats. I'm advised that the Senator wants to say a few words.
Okay, I just want to say a few thank yous, Ciarán, if that's okay. Firstly, I have to say I'm so delighted. I feel so emotional, actually. I'm so proud to see Seanad pass this bill in full today. It's an historic, momentous occasion, and I know how just much it means to the Palestinian people to know that someone out there cares. Today we send a strong signal that Ireland will always stand on the side of international law, human rights and justice. I'm deeply thankful to Sinn Féin, who have been so committed and principled on this issue for decades and gave up their private members' time to facilitate the bill being in today. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I also want to acknowledge the fantastic support from Fianna Fáil, in particular from Foreign Affairs spokesperson Niall Collins, who was just amazing. He's worked tirelessly on this issue, and I'm so delighted that Deputy Collins will be bringing the bill into the Dáil early in the new year, and I wish it quick passage through the lower house. I'm deeply grateful for the support for this bill from right across this House, from the Labour Party, thank you so much, the Green Party, independent senators and my wonderful colleagues in the Seanad Civil Engagement Group. I'm delighted to say that we now have the support of every political party in the Oireachtas bar the government. But from listening to the thoughtful contributions of colleagues in Fine Gael and the Taoiseach Simon Coveney, I remain hopeful that they will hear us out and come on board as the bill progresses. The huge level of cross-party support for this bill is a testament to the fact that it's not a radical ask. We are simply saying that if we know that certain goods have been produced as a result of war crimes, then we should not be trading in them. This is the bare minimum that should be expected of a country with a deep commitment to human rights. If not, there's a clear hypocrisy. How can we keep condemning the settlements as illegal, as theft of land and resources and a barrier to peace, but happily trade in the proceeds of this crime? It's just not acceptable, and it's our duties as legislators to change it. In closing, I just want to thank the amazing groups of people who have worked so hard in support of this bill. Oh my God, you have been absolutely amazing. The people who have been fundraising, holding public meetings and sending their support from all over the country. The people of Ireland are amazing. I'm just blown away by the support. And bringing brave Palestinian farmers, Mona and Fayez, over to meet them in July was one of the best experiences I've ever had. There's nothing more inspiring than seeing solidarity in action. I want to recognise the years of work on this issue from Sadaka, particularly Mary Crawley and Jerry Liston, without whom we wouldn't have gotten to this point. These are just two geniuses. Also, the fantastic supporting organisation Trócaire, Christian Aid, the Irish Congress of Trade Unions, the Global Legal Action Network and the IPSC. And of course, I know the Ambassador is also here tonight of Palestine. Thank you so much for all your support. Ultimately, I'm pursuing this initiative because I want to see Ireland take a stronger lead on issues of human rights and social justice. I don't believe such stances hinder our international standing. I believe they greatly enhance it. I saw the impact of settlement expansion myself when I visited the West Bank earlier this year. The restrictions on movement, the separate roads, the destruction of people's homes. and the devastating human rights conditions that are worsening daily. We cannot, in good conscience, look at this situation, at the unforgivable human cost, and say that decades of empty condemnation are enough. It should summon in us a deep sense of injustice and anger that demands meaningful action against occupation. So today marks only the halfway point. The bill has been agreed by the Seanad, and it now must be agreed by the Dáil. I'm calling on all of those who have supported us so far, both political parties and the amazing activists all over the country, to keep going with their backing. We can make this bill law. Gur míle míle maith everybody. Thank you so much for all your support.
Order, please. Order. Order. Order for Senator Joe O'Reilly. Order, please. Order.